people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. You know how I start it. Wherever you are around the world, big yourselves up. We are back. Views on sport. This is Under the Lens. And today, my people, I got my good bro, Scants TV. You telling me today, bro, see how you feeling, man?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, man. Thanks for the invite.
Of course, man. Of course, definitely, man. Obviously, I put the invite out to is it Red Pit? I think both of you guys run it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The invite's out to everyone. I know he's going through some things himself, so hopefully you can get that done soon. But I hope you're good, man. Hope you're well today. Thank you for coming onto the platform. This is your Under the Lens, where you're probably going to do most of the talking, my guy. Obviously, I want to know about you know what I mean, your story. Big up a few people that's popped in the house. Mo8 the pencil troll, big up. Is that Martin Odegaard the pencil troll? Big up, man. Big up Jordan. Thank you, brother, for passing through. He says Scants are sub to you. Big up, man. That's what we like to see.
Respect, man.
Like to see the link for his channel is in the description, so please make sure you go and like that. My broski, so yeah, usually I start by asking my guests, you know, how they got into their team, maybe, you know, a good and a bad memory that kind of stays with you from early doors, man. How did you get into Liverpool, maybe to start with?
So I got into Liverpool. I wanted to be different in it. So I grew up in North London, so a lot of fans are like obviously Spurs and Arsenal fans. And I just wanted to be different, and then it's like John Barnes, did it? He was the man. Sorry,
you're all right. Definitely John Barnes, boy.
That's what I'm saying. So he was the man. So that's the one who got me into it.
Okay, I'm obviously I remember John Barnes obviously as the youngster as well. One of my mum's friends actually went to school with him. You get me? And what they said about John Barnes is that he was the worst in school. Like he'd always get picked last and all that. But the thing with Barnes is like when it was time to go, like he'll be the first at training, the last one to leave. You know, so it's those kind of qualities that you don't always see. So no, I hear that, man. And big up the North London massive. I'm from Northwest myself, you get me, but big up all the North London gang. So maybe give me like a first early memory of like Liverpool, like a good memory for yourself, man. That like from the early days.
It's just watching, like I said, Barnes, man, like the silky skills of Barnes, like running down the wing and stuff like that. It just seemed so effortless to him when you watch football. You know, like nowadays, it's like a lot of bit too robotic, innit? It's like he was like, let me just do my thing. I'll get the ball, I'll go past a couple of men, and I either put it in the net or put it on the plate for someone. And that's what I love to watch, man. And then obviously kicking ball myself. I like the midfielders, like the strong, solid midfielders, like don't take no prisoners. You get kicked, you get back up, and you get on with the game, innit? So like Souness and like McMahon, them sort of man, used to love watching them.
That was some of the first early memories. Calm, man. Give me like a bad memory, something that kind of haunts you from your Liverpool time, bro.
Well, you're an Arsenal fan, so you should know which one haunts you, man. Michael Thomas, man. I just remember, man, I was like, I was in tears. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not ashamed to admit it, man. When that goal went in, man, I was in tears, man.
Facts. I mean, I was like, you know what I mean, just a little while fighting. Yeah. But I definitely, you know, my dad obviously showed me all of the replays, and it was something that he was very proud of as well. So I could imagine, man. I could imagine. So, boy, you lot of the team at the moment, man. Big up Big Preach in the chat. Big up Mike in the chat. Big up Ladamus Prime. Big up all of these guys. Preach, shout me, guy. I was going to shout you as well. Obviously, I got this week booked up, so we're going to go into next week now. We'll get you on the platform if you are on it. But yeah, man, Liverpool champions 20 times. I mean, firstly, congratulations. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, good season, man. Good season. I can't complain. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see it coming. I thought we'd have a good season. I didn't think we'll have a meltdown like a lot of people are saying. Like, no disrespect to like Man United and Arsenal. We're not them, innit? Like, when Wenger left and when Sir Alex left, he left you in a bad state. Klopp didn't do that. So all these fans at the beginning of the season, oh yeah, Liverpool going to fall off. Like, there's no Klopp there and blah, blah, blah. The team came third last season, the season before, and we were in like in all the cups up till like April. So then obviously we got a lot of injuries and we dropped out, but we still left with a cup. That same team And I thought we could have a good season because I watched the pre-season with Slot. And when you see the team doing what he wants in the space of like 3 games, the 3 friendlies, you're like, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. But I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I knew we were gonna win the league, because I just said at the beginning of the season for Slot, top 3 finish and a cup. That to me, that's a good season. But he's gone beyond that. So
yeah, no, flipping out, man. The word I use for Slot is competent. You know, like that's the first thing. You know what I'm saying? He strikes me as a very competent guy. Like he knows like the things to do in it. You know, he's learned he won in it. He won over in Holland.
Yeah.
So he's like coming over like a cone man, like our manager. You know, like that. He's coming over as a winner. And don't worry about saying like, no, this is a safe space in it. So whatever you want to say it. You get me? If it is disrespectful towards Arsenal, I think a lot of fans need to hear it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, it's true, because like obviously growing up in North London stuff, I got a lot of Arsenal fans, and some of them this season have been just so salty, man. Like I've like heard from them like sending me stuff on Instagram, bro. Like when you lot were challenging the league last year, you didn't say nothing about Liverpool on Instagram. Now all of a sudden it's like, look, at the end of the day, your manager's taking you as far as you can go. The guy's a robot. He likes to control the game, like me and you chatted. Like he likes to control the game from the 1st minute to 95th minute, and that's why we're Arsenal where they are at the moment. You get what I mean? And then like when he first started for Arsenal, he had so many different tactics. He played different formations. Like he came with like a book of knowledge, and you're like, you know what? He knows what he's doing, and for his first job, he knows what he's doing. But then now it's like, I don't know what it is. Is it fear, or is it just it's my way or no way? Because if you look at Slot, for instance, he will change things like in game. Like, you know, when the second half starts, Liverpool going to be a different animal. Like it's like I don't know how to play. It's like a boxer, isn't it? He's like he's downloading the information for the first half. He's looking at what the team does. It's okay, you're doing this, all right. Watch this now. I want to come out and do X, Y, Z. And you've seen it this season, man. Like every game, second half, Liverpool step up with a different animal.
Yeah, no, facts. And I have noticed that this season. Obviously, I've been on a few Liverpool fan streams, and they're saying it as well. They're almost kind of confident in the fact that it's going to get better in the second half. I think we've seen it. Big up Static, like I said, big up Preach, big up the people in the chat. I'll definitely shout you as well, Preach. What's Mike saying? You played us in preseason in the States, wiped the floor with us. Yeah. You know, so you was always in my mind, you're going to be a challenger. You was always there. Everyone just keeps talking about the top 2, but you guys are always there. But you're right. I didn't think that it would be how it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Or be how it was. Because obviously the season's done now. You guys are the champs. Like, he's come in and pissed all over this whole process and everything else. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I kind of want to allude to, because my fans, they're the sentimental type. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're, you know, FOMO, like fear of missing out. Like, oh, we're going to let him go. And let him go. As you said, he's done what he can do. Yeah. Like, in my opinion, yeah, man, his time is done. Like this season anyway kind of solidified that, because I see regression. We'll get into that anyway. But so like I said 20 times, you guys are champs. You guys are moving mad at the minute, transfer wise. Like, what's the goals? It has to be back-to-back Drake settings, innit? It has to be like Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, you know, the lights coming through. What they're talking about, Kirkez as well, another great player in my opinion. Like, talk to me, bro. Like, what's the current?
Yeah, it's basically what they didn't do last time we won the league, innit? Last time we won the league, they sort of like stagnated. They thought, oh, we won the league, we can go again with this team, and then we just picked up all them injuries, and that's what happened. Whereas this year, I think because of how well Mo's done, how well Van Dijk's done, they've signed a 2-year contract, and all the noise from both of them is like, it's going to be a big summer. It's going to be a big summer. I've never heard Van Dijk, Mo, no players come out and say it's going to be a big summer. And all you keep hearing is it's going to be a big summer. So they're backing it up now, isn't it? I know people are getting a bit of like PTSD with this Wirtz thing, but it's a massive contract. It's not going to be that easy. Plus, he's using with the Nation League semi-final, so it's not like we can just wrap it up just like that. It'll get done when it get done. I reckon if they go out to Portugal on Wednesday, I reckon it'll probably be done by Friday.
Right.
And then, like I said, he's bringing in players. He's bringing in his players now. So he took a year to look at the squads and say, right, these are the players I trust. So you saw like the season, he trusted 15 players in the league. Where you can see, obviously, like you can see we got tired towards the end. Obviously, like the PSG game, the cup final against Newcastle, we were running on empty. Like we had some massive games, like 5 massive games in 5 weeks, in 15 days or something like that. So he knows who he trusts now. He's going for like players that he wants in it. So he's got Frimpong's in, he's got Bradley there. So you've got two solid right backs there. He's going in for Kirkes. You saw what he's done this year. Probably been one of the best left backs in the league this season. I like him. So he's back to the old school rampaging fullback. None of this inverting stuff. It's just old school. Get chalk in your boots, whipping the ball. That's what he's doing. Robinson's still going to be there as a backup, and we're moving nicely. And then obviously Vert's probably playing in the 10. We get a striker. We'll be looking to go back to back, which is possible. I'm not going to sit here and say we're definitely going to do it, but they're making strides to make sure we're up there again.
Facts, bro. Facts. And first and foremost, hold on. First and foremost, you get me? We have to give it a round of applause. You are the champs, you get me? Well deserved, you get me? We're not going to try and, poo-poo the league. You know what I'm saying? It was you have to play what's in front of you, and you did your thing. Secondly, the round of applause is for Liverpool having their big boy pants on. Do you see what I'm saying? We're still in the draw looking for ours, bro. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Maybe we're in the fucking dirty wash. I don't even know, brother. Like, we're still looking for the big boy pants. All this talking throughout the year, the PR spin and that, because I always said, right, as a Liverpool fan, maybe you can answer for this as well. Maybe you, man, would feel you just won the league 20 times, so maybe not aggrieved. But what I'm saying is you, man, probably could have done even better this year. A double, a baby treble. Do you get it?
Yeah, I think we could have. Like,
but it's on this caveat. I think. Sorry, just before I let you come in. Because obviously, if the board never trusted Slot in the summer, they didn't really know what it was going to bring. Surely you would have thought they would have trusted him in January. Do you get me? So I think that you probably could have done a little bit more if there was maybe 1 or 2 additions. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? I know obviously you went on to win the league, but could you have done more?
I don't think so, because of the way Michael Edwards works. I know obviously he's back there, he's got Richard Hughes in there, but the way Edwards works, he doesn't really bring anybody in January. Right. Unless it's like the buzzword is like market opportunity. So unless there was someone like, bang, this guy's coming, like we did with Diaz back then. Like that came up, get him. Like we can go and get him. We can chump Spurs. We can go get him. So nothing, unless anything like that came up in January, I don't think they were going to do it. They're always looking to do their business in the summer. Right. Get him in early for the coach. So once preseason hits and the season starts, they're ready to start the league season. So I get what you mean. I think you got to say we're sort of unlucky with the way the draw. You get what I mean? Because we won the group, didn't we? We won the Champions League group, and we probably got the hardest draw out of everyone. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the new format's really good, but how can Liverpool win the group stage and somehow the first round they get PSG,
bro?
And you got Arsenal get PSV. You get what I mean? Like. And I'm not trying to be salty about it, but it's just like, how does that work? You get what I mean? If that was back in the day, we wouldn't get drawn against PSG. So you see what I mean? So they fully deserve to win the Champions League. They fully deserve to beat us. So I ain't gonna sit here and be salty and say, I think just the way it goes. But that's something maybe they need to look at. It's like with you beat Real Madrid home and away, but why was your first leg at home? When you came higher than them in the draw. And the same thing with PSG. Right. You came higher than them in the draw, but your first leg was at home. Why? Realistically, you should always have your second leg at home. So you get what I mean? So I know it's new, so they need to tweak that, but it's just things like that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, my bro. Totally agree, man. And I was saying during the season, you know, some of the people in the chat might even know if they're watching the stream. I'm like, how does this work? Maybe I'm a boomer or something. Like, how is it, you know what I mean? How is it that we're third? Obviously, you man was top, but how is it that we're basically third seeded and this is what we're looking at? Like, this was madness.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So I mean, and I agree with you as well. I enjoy the new format. That definitely needs to get tweaked 100%. Yeah, man, like I just felt that if they would have backed him, like surely if they didn't know, that was just me from an outside point of view.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and I don't obviously follow yous lot, you know.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's just the way we run. Like, they always like to get they sort of like do their transfers like 2 years in advance. You get what I mean?
Right.
So they'll do the groundwork, like say last summer, they'll do the groundwork for the signings coming in. So they'll scout them and do the stuff like that, because like everyone's going like, oh, we've nicked in for Verts, but all the reports I'm reading, Liverpool have been chatting to him since last year.
Really? Okay.
It's not just we've come trumped in Arsenal now. Obviously, intensified when we started talking to Frimpong in January, but apparently Edwards has been after him for a while. He's been watching him since he's like 19.
Wow.
Edwards in his little laptop, man. That guy don't mess about, man. He proper follows people. He like literally follows them for a while. Bro. Like knows everything about. It's like Slot. I was reading the interview about Slot, and I watched a couple of things, and apparently they picked up Slot like a year ago. So when Richards was working at Bournemouth, his scouts kept him bringing players, like scouting Feyenoord players. They kept on saying, "Oh yeah, like this player from Feyenoord," and he goes, "Stop bringing me players from Feyenoord. It's not the players, it's the coach." So it's Hughes who brought in Slot. He knew about him, and then apparently there's another guy like Ward. He left and he come back. He went over there and like followed him around for 3 days, and he thought, "Oh yeah, he's just coming to look at my coaching." Nah. We're looking at you, mate.
Looking at you, yeah, that's sick, so, man. Boy, I wish the people will start acting like that at my club. That's what I'm saying. It's so annoying because all they do is talk, and obviously you got FSG, you got KSC, which many people kind of look at as the same, but right now it don't feel that way. You know, like that. Like obviously, the best 10 in the world in world football. Like Frimpong probably wasn't someone I was looking at, maybe Aina for Liverpool, even Jed Spence, but then they came out of left field with that one, and it's, you know, it's a good signing. Kirkes, like, and this is all before anything's even finished and started, and here we are. You get me, sitting on the same thing. Everyone's giving Berta all this shine. But boy, we're not seeing it at this point in time. Big up Ismi Everest said Ruben Diaz these days is busy with Maya Jama. Really? No, I didn't know that. Big him up, boy. Big him up. All right, calm. So obviously, yeah, like I said, you know, you man have got your big boy pants on. Obviously, the target must be back to back. Would you say that Slot, from what you've seen this past season, he's good enough to battle on more than one front, surely, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I think he's going to target the league and the Champions League this year. That's the thing. That's what I think he's going to target. I think he hasn't got that much experience when it comes to the Champions League, and obviously working in the Premier League, because he's just used to playing. If you listen to like a lot of his press conferences and stuff, he's not used to playing teams where they've got good enough players to play in your team. So obviously, coming from Eredivisie, he's thinking, "Oh yeah, like the bottom 10, and they're no good. I can just go out and do what I need to do against them." Where in the Premier League, it don't work like that. There's top players in every single team. So I think the experience of this year will help him, because obviously he likes working with a smaller squad, but he's probably noticed that he can't work with a small squad in the Premier League. Like, there's too many games. There's too much effort you got to put into certain games. You can't really rest. Like this season, we blitzed it. Regardless of what people say, we blitzed it. And we worked at a tempo. It's not like Klopp, where it's like 100 miles an hour for 90 minutes. That's why a lot of players broke down. That's another reason why Liverpool brought him in, because of his injury record. Because if you look at the stat, my boy Dubs, he's probably in the chat, he brought out a stat that Liverpool's injury record's gone up by 64% or something like that. That's massive. You get what I mean? So we still have that tempo where we can kill you, we can brush you in 5 minutes, score like 3-4 goals in 10-15 minutes. But he's brought a more of a composure to the game, whereas like we're winning 2-0, okay, like shut it down now, just pass the ball around, drop down into gear 2 and save your energy.
Facts. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, man. Competent, bro. You know, things like minute management, things like that. Just competency, bro. Do you know what I mean? You man didn't get a trip to Dubai. That's what I'm trying to say. But over here, like we're loading up, I don't know, bro. Pragmatism, not control of the game. Pragmatism. We might go 1-0 up and then lock up shop. And then there's people like me screaming at the fucking telly, like, pardon my language, like what is going on? So yeah. I think that's the one thing even I noticed is that, you know, even Salah's come out and said, well, he ain't asking me to track back, things like that. You know, just
that's
doing
what I'm saying.
Right thing, just doing the right thing. It's not that hard, is it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not even that. It's just simple things like, you know, like match days when they play at home. You know, normally we're on the clock, and I'm not dissing Klopp because Klopp has done what he done for us, but he does like the little things, like instead of like going to a hotel and meeting up, stay in your home bed, lads. Stay in your home bed, stay comfortable in your home bed, and then we'll meet up in the morning before the game. Like simple things like that, and then like giving them like time off, like during the season, like right, we've had like you've got a week's break, have 2 days off, and then we'll go back to it. Training's not so intense. That's the thing. Training's not so intense. It's longer, but it's not so intense. So little things like that. It's like when he first came in. Before he obviously knew he was getting a job before us, he watched all the training sessions.
Oh, that's what I'm trying to say.
Before he even came in, he watched all the training sessions. He has individual meetings with players. Like obviously they record the training sessions and say, right, you've done this, but if you do this or you do that, then you're good to go. And they got like others, obviously they've got individual training sessions as well, where he gives them like individual programs so they can work on things. So the guy's meticulous, man. Like the guy is meticulous. It's like I know a lot of people like talk about Trent and stuff, but this season you can see he's improved defensively. He's a lot better defensively this season because that's under Slot. Slot's told him what to do, like how his body should be in certain positions when you're facing up a man. So
improvements, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
just little improvements to everyone. Even look at Van Dijk, look at Salah, look at the improvements. Like another interview Salah gave when he said to Salah that, oh yeah, you're in training, you're not giving 100%. You've got these kids who follow you, like you need to up it.
You see, no, that's what I'm trying to say, because everyone gives Klopp all this credit for being such a great man manager. But his style is rock and roll. Do you know what I'm saying? Arteta's style is not rock and roll, but it's still as demanded in terms of the legwork and the physicality of it. So now I've just been nothing but impressed by Slot, honestly. And then to hear these little things just kind of doubles down on what I already thought was going on. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's evident from the outside in. When you got someone like Arteta with his dossiers and his laptops and his lies in PR, then it's like, well, why are we not seeing those differences? My man's come in, hasn't said a word, and just been mashing work. You know what I'm saying? Woof. Like, so yeah, nothing but ratings for that. We'll talk about the track, like in terms of what you think you're gonna need next season in a minute. But just, I mean, ultimately, I mean, you must be very happy as a Liverpool fan. But is there any kind of things that you'd change at your club? Like, if you could have like 3 big things that you'd change for the betterment of Liverpool right now, anything jump into mind?
I can't think. You know what? I'm just because I'm easy going. I just take the rough with the smooth. I don't really say, yeah, this needs to be done. Like, I just take it as it is, isn't it? Like, they brought back Edwards. So if Edwards wants a certain person, who am I to say no? Because his track record and players in transfers is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like every signing he's made is hit. Like, realistically, if he was there, we would have Nunes. We wouldn't have Nunes because he would have said, "Nah,
right,
he's not the one for us."
Right.
You get what I mean? So a lot of fans going on about TK, people saying, "Oh, I don't know about him." Blah blah blah. If Edwards wants him, then Edwards sees something in him. So then get him because that's the way I see it.
See,
because he didn't want Salah. Like Klopp didn't want Salah. If you listen to stories, He was third choice, Salah. Edwards pushed it. He said, no, this is the guy. Get Salah. And Klopp went, okay, I trust you. I'll get him. And the rest is history, bro.
History, man. And this is the thing. This is what all the Arsenal fans have been trying to hold on to fucking Bert with. I can't even call him Berter at the moment because he don't even deserve that name.
No, you know what? To be honest with you, I reckon he's given Arteta what he wants. Just let him hang himself.
Bro, I've heard this from loads of people.
That's what I think.
Oh, no, you're right. And I've heard it from Matty, Kenny, Ken, people that I've had on the platform, people I respect highly. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're absolutely right. But we ain't got time to be waiting around for all of this WWE business. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got an infection, fam, ain't it better to just cut the hand off to save the arm instead of waiting for it to go up near the elbow? Do you know? Because that's what, as an Arsenal fan, seeing you lot getting mad, arguably the best 10 in the world, like Frimpong's sick, obviously Kirkes has got mad potential. Do you get it? If you lot get a competent striker, there's talk that you lot might be in for Gyökeres, but we'll get into that. If you lot get a competent striker, like maybe even for the next couple of years, you man can do big things. Do you know what I'm saying? So as an Arsenal fan, I'm like, bro, have we got time for this? We've had this guy at our club for how long? Half a decade, one FA Cup. Like, the time is now, bro. Like, we're getting people coming in. Maresca in his first year, Champions League and a conference. Slot comes in and wins the league. Newcastle wins something after God knows how long. Crystal Palace, the list goes on. There's anyway, it's sackable offenses, bro. But so I mean, obviously everything's going mad well for you at the moment. So you don't want to kind of tip the boat or kind of mash up the scales. But you don't think that there's kind of like one or two things that could really make the things optimum.
I think, to me personally, the only thing I'd say about Slot is that he needs to rotate more. If he wants to challenge on all fronts, he needs to learn to rotate more. But then, like I said, he doesn't trust the squad. So you may see that more now this season coming up because he's going to get players that he wants and he trusts. You get what I mean? So I can't really knock it because he's won the league. And I was saying it back from ages ago, like, I don't care about, like, people would say, oh, you just say that now, but you can ask specs, all them people, Cav, you can speak to them. I was saying, I don't care from like Christmas time. I say, I don't care about nothing else. I just want to win the league.
Facts.
I don't care about nothing else. You get what I mean? Because we won the league, but then there was, you won it in COVID and all that, even though we won the league by January because we won 27 out of 28 games in January. So the league was done. You get what I mean? So just now, that's all I said, just win the league. So maybe now he's got his players and he's had a year in the Premier League. He's now used to it, saying to himself, yeah, I need to learn to trust players more. I need to rotate a bit more. So I have them players fresh to go for the Champions League this year.
See, that is absolutely mad because from the outside in, it don't look like that. This is the same thing we're saying about Arteta. He don't trust the squad, but yet with Slot, it's different. It's not his squad, innit? Do you know?
Exactly.
To be honest, with Arteta, you've built this. This is half a decade, and you still don't trust them. So that's mad, man. Big up Why Not in the chat though. Big up Gavin L. Like I said, big up Dubs. I see him in the chat before. Big up Big Preach. Shane Gooner, make sure you're going to subscribe to Shane as well in the chat. Big yourself up, my bro. Why Not says nothing fancy, new age or conceptual. Nah, just attention to detail, as Mike says, on another level. It does look impressive from the outside in. Big up Big Preach. He said, look at how Slot kept talking about the Forest loss. LOL.
Yeah, that bunned him. That loss bunned him, man. Every press conference after that loss always brought out Forest. Always. Always. That bunned him so much. Even the draw, when we drew the 1-1, he was fuming. I tell you another thing what I liked about him as well. He goes for the win. Regardless of the situation, he goes for the win. Like, the best game to sum it up is when we went down to 10 men against Fulham. In the, was it, I think 10 minutes into the game, 1-0 down to 10 men, and he went for the win. And then you hear the interviews of the Fulham players, and like, you hear like the pundits are saying, like, they're saying it felt like that they had 10 men, not Liverpool. Like he went for the game. He went for it. Even the Palace game on like Sunday when we lost. Well, not lost, sorry, we drew. We were down to 10 men. Even though the league's done and dusted, he didn't want to lose,
bro. And
still went for the win.
I got to give nothing but ratings for the Arsenal fans. Looking in it, like check in, look at what's going on, Arsenal fans, in it, because our manager don't. He's more scared to lose than he wants to win. That's the comparison I'll make. Big up Why Not? He said I would say Liverpool are more proactive, more per season, spend more per season. Even if I was, this arrow always gets in the way, a DM in the summer or winter. Well, I mean, look, the one thing I will say, like, is even when you when I think who did you sell? I always forget his name, Coutinho, innit? You sold him for money, then you went out and got the key pieces that you needed, and then the pieces will serve you for years to come. And I feel like what you're doing now is the same thing.
Yeah, it's that same thing. It's literally they buy players. Like everyone goes, "Oh, Liverpool got no money." Liverpool got money when they know there's a player they want. If there's an actual player they want, and yes, exactly. With Verts, they're gonna put the money up to get him. You get what I mean? The money's there. It's like people say, "Oh, what's it called? Everyone, you got no pool, you got no pool." Like the Casado one, that was just like a last minute thing. Try and do it. The groundwork weren't done with him, innit? So that's why he went to Chelsea. If the groundwork was done, we probably would have got him. But we just tried to thing at the last minute. Obviously, Klopp trying to speak to him, see if we can get him. But you've seen with the Verts deal, the groundwork's done. Obviously, it's not done yet, but they've done their homework. When they do homework on players, they get them. Look at Van Dijk. Remember, we tried to get him in August, and then there was all that what's it called? Oh, we're tapping him up, blah blah blah. Remember, Chelsea, Man City, all them big clubs are in for him. Come January, we got the deal done.
In January, yeah, I remember that.
There you go. We paid the extra premium to get him. Everyone said, "Oh, he's not worth 75 million."
Well, this is what I was saying.
look at his cabinet, man.
Yeah, man. January and Gyökeres. I'm like, fucking pay the extra. You're gonna wait till summer for 20 million off. Like, I'm sick of this shit, bro. Sorry to just come in, bro. But
no, I hear you.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what winds me up, because everyone says, and even Why Not says it here, Liverpool have never been broke despite the rhetoric or appearance. And you know what I mean? Like, when they're ready to strike, they strike, bro. That's what it looks like to me from the outside in. Gavin's bigging up Shane. What's Why Not saying here? He said Slot could have had a domestic double or treble with a little more investment. Newcastle and they could have. I mean, I did ask him that. They could have. I mean, obviously, you know, I still think he's done amazing.
The Plymouth one he definitely threw, but then, like you said, we had 5 games in 15 days, and I'm talking about like we had Man City, Aston Villa. We had like those sort of teams. Like when you're going for the league, as a fan, you don't want to throw a game, but you don't mind when the outcome is you picking up the Premier League at the end of the season. Get me? Because we won the FA Cup 2 years ago. It's not like we ain't won the FA Cup. You get what I mean?
Won the League Cup last year. Like.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So it's like it's you don't want to throw them games. You want to obviously win everything, but it's the thing. What makes you laugh is like every time it's like Liverpool on the quadruple. Why is it only Liverpool on for a quadruple?
That's what it's mad, isn't it? It's
every
mad,
time
bro.
it's Liverpool quadruple. Oh, you messed up the quadruple, bro.
Do you know what it is?
You know how hard to do a double, let alone a quadruple.
But you have to take it like a compliment, Scants, because maybe yours is the only team that can really, do you know what I'm saying? Can really push to do it. I don't know. But yeah, that's mad, bro. That's mad. Come on, bro. But what I would have said is, like I said to you earlier, and just obviously go back to Why Not thing. From the outside, it looked like, boy, like look at what this guy's doing. You're not gonna back him. However, and I say however because now look at what they're doing. Obviously, they've had a plan. And speaking to yourself and hearing from a Liverpool fan, that's why I have other people on here, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So we can get the answers for ourselves, man. And it just seemed, like I said, the big word around Liverpool for me is competence. You get me? I just see it like left, right, and center. What's Why Not saying here? He said, even I am having to defend and prop Slot for being the difference in the GC from Flop Gooners mates on in the group chat who solely put Salah on. Put on Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander, all who had been there for the past 3-4 years. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Like, so that's what I mean, competence, bro. So even out of players like that, he can still squeeze the extra 10 to 15%, and that has been the difference this year. that has obviously been the difference this year. I mean, surely you're impressed with that, bro. Absolutely.
Massively, because like if you look at it, like especially in the Dutch, they get onto Van Dijk, you know, like for the last few years they got onto Van Dijk.
Really?
And Slot, yeah, because like obviously when he's playing for the national team, there's like, oh, he's lazy, he doesn't this, he doesn't know how to do this and do that. But if you look at him this season, Van Dijk's been ultra competitive, where he comes into midfield like he didn't used to do that. He comes in like looks to make a tackle and like pressing high and stuff like that. He weren't doing that before. He's just like, everyone used to say, oh, he's got this aura, he gets everyone to do everything, don't do slide tackles and stuff like that. You watch him, if you watch Van Dijk this season, he's been back to his best, and you can see that Slot sort of like tweaked things with him as well. Like he comes to press the ball now. He don't just sit back and let someone come at him. He's there on the front foot now, which I like.
He's got the hunger back, it looks like. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you need the right person to come and bring it. It's the same, more or less the same team from the last couple of seasons, and you need that tweak sometimes. And this is what I feel like my team needs. But anyway, big up Mike. He said the trust in your own youth players is something else. Is there a player come up that we should be looking out for? So that's a question for yourself, bro.
Yeah, it's probably the one we stole from Chelsea, man. What's his kid name? Ignamoa. I think he played in the FA Cup for us. Young kid, 17 years old. He's good. Obviously, another kid we picked up from Leicester 2 years ago, Trianoni. He's good. He's another one to look out for. And possibly the kid that we had for a while till he like picked up a few injuries last 2 years, Basetic. He's coming back this summer. Will be a big summer for him. If he does well in pre-season, he will be Gravenberch's backup in the DM spot. Because I know a lot of like Liverpool fans say that we need a DM. I think we do as well. But he was the kid for about a year and a bit. He came in, took over from Fabinho when he played in midfield. He done really well, but he just like growing pace, picked up a lot of injuries. So sent him out on loan. His first spell at Red Bull Leipzig didn't really work. So they cut that short in January, and he went to, I think it was Malaga he went to, and he had a really good second half of the season. So if he comes back looking sharp in the summer, he'll be another one to look out for.
Damn, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Did you know that Ethan Wanyeri's got a brother?
Yeah, I heard he's meant to be better than him.
He's meant to be better than him, bro.
Yeah,
that's
15-year-old.
Yeah, just talking about youngsters, man. That's crazy, bro. And that's what I'm trying to say. And
the other kid you got, everyone's raving about, the 15-year-old Dauman, man. Like a lot of my mates have been talking about it. I've seen quite a few clips of him. He looks good.
Yeah, he's on smoke. But Arteta will mess him up.
Yeah, wait for Arteta. I was saying to a lot of Arsenal fans, I think that's why Wanyeri hasn't played, because he's not a robot yet.
Facts.
He's not a robot. He's just a free spirit, man. Just go out there and play his football. And that's why I think he hasn't been playing, because Arteta's thinking, I can't trust you, man. I can't tell you what to do. So until you learn to know what I'm doing,
this guy
hold bench.
I call him Arteta bin Laden, bro. Like, you get me? And because Miles Lewis-Skelly is obviously a defender, innit? He's a midfielder, but he's coming to play a defensive role. So of course Arteta's always gonna jack that, because that's his thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? And big up Mike, he said, okay, thank you for the question, bro. Why not? He's saying more investment, a bigger squad. The Plymouth game didn't have to be throwaway. No, I know, but we did cover this, my bro. Ideally, would love Arsenal to be in for a quad. Yeah, exactly. But we haven't had the quality of manager and players since Wenger. Facts, bro. Facts. And yeah, just going back to, we did cover it, and obviously, it seems like they've always had their plan and they was never going to do it. I mean, I said the same thing from the outside looking in, but at the end of the day, they went on and won their 20th league title, in it. So, no one can kind of, say that their plan weren't good. That kind of brings me on to my next question, though, especially talking about the Champions League and stuff. Like, what's more important for you guys next year? Like, with the squad that you built, like, with the players that you're going for, just won the league, is it more important to make a statement in the champs next year, or just to kind of...
I think, to me, is we need to retain the title, in it, because we always get that thing. Oh yeah, like obviously 2020 we won it, COVID. Then the next year we slipped off. Oh yeah, but you didn't back it up with another title win. And then if we don't do it again next year, you get the same talk. So yeah, you want a good run in the Champions League, but for me, I'd like to retain the title again. Yeah. You get what I mean? Nothing's going to beat beating Barcelona 4-0 in the semi-final and beating Spurs. Like nothing's going to beat that. You get what I mean? And then obviously the Milan final. Like I've seen probably the two greatest games I've probably ever watched for Liverpool. You get what I mean in the Champions League. So I've had my Champions League thing just to like shut up like rival fans, like win it back to back. You get what I mean? Like go win the title again. Yeah, you want a good run in the Champions League, you want to win it, but to cement the legacy of like Van Dijk and Salah, because they deserve it because of the way they played for Liverpool. Yeah, win back to back titles. So that conversation's done. You get what I mean? No one can say nothing. Oh, you only won it because of COVID. Oh, you only won it because this person slipped off and that person slipped off.
Never defended and all that.
Yeah, never defended the league. Blah blah blah. Like the league, the Premier League's. No, there's no football before the Premier League started. Like Liverpool weren't getting back-to-back titles back in the day. You get what I mean?
Right. No, I get it. So, obviously, it's interesting to ask because obviously, you know, if you just won the league, some fans might be saying, right, we just got the league. Now let's go on to the champs, especially with some of the players that you're going for. But for me, I feel like if it was Arsenal, of course, I've never seen the champs. But if you can kind of defend and Drake settings back to back, then it's got to be the first priority for me anyway. You know,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's it for me, innit? Like everyone's different, but for me, just to silence people, to say, yeah, look, it weren't just we just win it because everyone dropped off. We won it because we were the best team in the league, and we're gonna go do it again. You get what I mean? Yeah. And with these improvements, we should, like I said, we should be up there again. Like everyone's gonna make signings in the summer, innit? So I can't sit here and say, yeah, we're definitely gonna win it again, because you know what Pep's like, man. The guy's a mad genius, isn't it? He's gonna be pissed. Yeah, he's never gone 2 seasons in a row without winning the league. You get what I mean? So they're gonna be back at the end of the day. Chelsea done decent. Like I know I cuss and joke with like Specs and D-Man about Newcastle, but if Newcastle get some decent signings, they'll be there again, innit?
Yeah, they will.
You see what I mean? So they've got another year's experience of them players, so they'll be there or thereabouts. You know what I mean? I know we're obviously Arsenal this and Arsenal, but you can't write them off. You never know; it could all click for them.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like exactly what you're saying, and I mirror that. And I've said that. I even said it on the People podcast with Specs and all of us there. Like the summer's gonna be mad. Like obviously seeing is believing, so we're gonna have to wait and see what Newcastle do. But I expect every team to go mad. Obviously, you guys have been first out of the trap. Like I said, I feel like the business you've done is very good so far, man. I mean, obviously, if you land all of the targets that you're kind of concretely linked with, then how would you rate your transfer window, bro?
If we get a striker, then it's an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 window for me.
Oof. And what striker do you want? Because this is what I've been trying to get to as well.
To me, like I like Gyökeres, but to me, I don't like his all-round game. Like me and Cav have had like back-to-back. Like he's scouted him for time, so he knows he's good. He rates him. He's like he think. But I haven't watched him as in depth as he has.
Right.
But for me, he just seems like an old school gunman. Like, get me the ball in this position, I'm gonna bang it and I'm gonna score. He's not. I haven't seen his game where he can like hold up the ball and bring others into play. I'm not saying he can't do it, but to me, he just like the eye test for me just looks like a gunman. He just wants the ball in a certain area and he's gonna bang it and he's gonna score. Like we probably need that now, but I don't think that slot sort of striker.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like. If you look at how, like, obviously, Jota started the season. He started the season decent, and he picked up an injury, and he sort of trusted Nunes, and he didn't trust Nunes, and then he's used Diaz in the false 9. So he likes that player who's able to drop deep, get the ball, as well as go over the top.
Right.
And to me, I haven't seen Gyökeres' like hold up play to say, yeah, he's that sort of striker who can drop into midfield and link up play. You get what I mean? Obviously, Wirtz is there now, so do you need that? But
That's a good question, yeah.
He doesn't see. I don't know. I just don't see him that sort of person where he wants like an out and out number 9. From what I've seen.
So who do you think is the guy like in world football right now? Because obviously with Arsenal fans, we got this whole Sesko and Gyökeres talk, and for me, like at the end of the day, as you said, he is that gunman. From what I've seen of him, you know, I think he don't score as many headers, but who cares? I've seen him drive. I've seen him go from the halfway line, taking on players. I've seen him do a lot. Like he is the person I want because it's more of a calculated risk. I understand what you're saying, but I just want to know, especially from a Liverpool fan, like, you know, firstly, what do you think between him and Sesko, and then who is in your mind, who is the right man that Liverpool need to go out and get?
So for me, between him and Sesko, you don't want a project. Arsenal don't need a project striker. You need the finished article. So Gyökeres is the man for you lot, regardless of what Arteta wants. Like I know people say, "No, we score. It's the Portuguese league. He's going to be like Nunes." People got to realize the guy scored 25 goals in the Championship. Championship ain't easy, man.
No, man.
Championship ain't easy. To get 25 goals in the Championship, that's saying something. You get what I mean? So if he's getting 25 goals in Championship, you know he's getting at least 20 goals in the Premier League. You get what I mean? So I for me, if I was I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm saying get Gyökeres, not Sesko. Like I said, you don't need a project striker. You just want the thing is the reason why he wants Sesko is because he can control him, innit? He can say to him, "Oh yeah, don't play this game. You need to get used to the league. Let me play my boy Havertz up front. You can sit down and watch what he does, and then this game I'll bring you in." You get what I mean? Where Gyökeres, if he comes in, he's like, "Nah, I'm the man. Like I sitting on the bench for this guy, man. I'm the man."
And this is the big thing. It's not even. I don't even think. And I think Sesko's just kind of this. Big up Dio in the chat. He's like Sesko's agent, bro. This guy is like. He is his biggest advocate in it, yeah. Thinks he'll score 17 in Premier League. Obviously, he hasn't even bagged 15 in Bundesliga. Maybe he's got the potential to, but it's all maybes and ifs and buts. Whereas if you get someone like a Gyökeres, like you can, it's more of a calculated risk, right? But however, I feel like Sesko's been kind of like an unfortunate party in this because the club they want to keep moving as they usually do on this B Tech thing, yeah. And that's how a lot of us are seeing it. We don't need B Tech after the season we've had where everyone else has won. Yeah, we've just limped in at second. Not even can't really say the best of the rest because we limped over the line, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Really? So we needed statements. You man are going out to make statements. You get me? We need statements. And do you, as a Liverpool fan, is Sesko a statement, bro?
Not to be fair, if you get Sesko, I wouldn't really fear you lot next season, and that's no disrespect.
Bro,
because it's like I said, look at the thing. If you look online, you see the thing with Sesko. Mamouche has got more goals and assists than him, and he left in January.
And I wanted Mamouche, by the way.
Yeah,
you just say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So for me, for Liverpool, like the striker, I would say the two strikers I like TK. I know people a bit thing on him, but he's 22. You can see he's got that raw ability about him. Or if I'm looking in the Premier League, someone who's used to the league, Pedro at Brighton, but they're going to be asking for stupid money, man. I've always liked him, man. Something about him. It's just the way he can drop into midfield. He can glide past people. He's got a pass. He's good in the air. He's an all-round striker. I know he didn't get a lot of goals, but I think if he's playing at Liverpool with our attack and how we would feed him, I reckon he'd get goals.
Yeah, that come out of left field, man. I weren't expecting you to say that. I definitely weren't expecting you to say that. Who is the? I mean, obviously, there's been talk about Gyökeres going everywhere, bro. But as a Liverpool fan, the kind of little bit of investigating or transfer news. I mean, who has been Liverpool's targets as a striker, bro? Because I think once you get that, then the league can be in trouble. To be fair,
yeah. TK we'd be looking at. Alvarez is another one. Apparently, it's been the word of the mouth was going around about Alvarez. Because we could have got him last year, but City wanted Diaz as part of the deal, and we said no. So now obviously he's gone to Atletico Madrid. He's done really well over there. There's been a lot of talk of him possibly coming in Liverpool, going back for him. I don't know if that would happen, man. He's probably going to be happy in Spain. I don't know if his missus was too happy with the weather in Manchester. They're going to be any better in Liverpool. So I can't see that happening. Obviously, that's the big one that a lot of talk there, but Newcastle got Champions League. He's got three years left on his deal, so I can't see him Liverpool getting him. So yeah, and then at the end today, like there's a lot of reports saying that the odds for us getting Gyökeres has dropped. It's dropped from like 16-1 to 2-1 now. All of a sudden, so boy, it could well be him.
Was there any reason for that?
I don't know. No reason. That that's what's just come out. I'm like, whoa. Like,
I heard a mad thing today. They're talking about, or they're trying to act like Gyökeres is coming to Arsenal because of a supposed conversation between him and a teammate. And I'm just like, bro, that ain't real, bro. Like, what kind of stupidness is this, bro? Yeah. Big up Dio. He's saying, I watched some of Gyökeres' goals, and a lot of these moments just aren't happening in the Prem. Yeah, I've seen you say that before, my bro. Like I said, I know that you're Sesko's advocate, bro, but there's no way that's, like I said, you know, rivals don't fear it. It's not more of a calculated risk, no matter how you try and spin it. The guy's never even got 15 goals in the Bundesliga. He got 13, like last year, and 14 the year before that.
And he plays in a 2.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but he doesn't play as a lone striker. You get what I mean? So
there you go. There you go. Big up Why Not's bigging up Shane. Why Not said Slot, from what I have seen, would like Sesko as a facilitator, as I have Jota and Gakpo more through the middle. What do you think? Do you think Sesko could do anything at you guys?
People are saying that, but again, I don't know if he's a slot sort of player, like 6'5". Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think Slot will go for him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like a walking lamppost, bro. Do you get it? Like, you know.
Yeah, he's decent. Don't get me wrong. He's a decent, and he probably will be better in 2 years. But do you want to get that for someone when you're going for the league and the Champions League? Do you really want to get someone who's going to be in and out of the side, and will he hit the ground running? Is he going to be used to the physical side of the Premier League? You get what I mean? So
a lot of questions there. Yeah,
it's a risk. Don't get me wrong. If say Liverpool didn't win the league and they're starting a rebuild, then you'd think, yeah, why not get that sort of player? But if you're on top and you're trying to stay on top, is he the sort of signing you want to stay on top? That's the way you got to look at it for me.
Yeah. No. And I always want to hear, especially from, you know, people that support other teams, because sometimes I feel like the Arsenal fans need to hear this, innit? You know what I mean? Because, like I said, before anyone at Arsenal was mentioning Sesko, where was the talk? I never heard of it. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't there. Dio saying, no, man, Havertz can't even start ahead of Moreno, never mind the actual striker. Bro, what you're saying that, bro, but this is Arteta. You should know this guy by now. Big up Dio. He said what Arsenal should do is get both Sesko and Gyökeres, but we're just not that serious about this football thing. That's one thing.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, I'd agree on that as well. I'd 100% agree on that as well. He said Sesko is playing as a second striker behind Openda or something. Yeah, and I think even Openda's got more goals. I don't know this season, but there you go. Big up Jordan, big up Mike, big up the people in the chat. Let me just see if there's anything else that's come through. Like I said, there is going to be more people a holler for these one-on-ones, so please bear with me. So yeah, man, just obviously about yourself, my guy. Your channel. I mean, is it something that's active? Is it something you're gonna kind of get back into more?
Yeah, mainly get back into it with the Red Pitch. Like, we're just gonna link up and do videos together. Like, I prefer like talking with like on panels like this, things like this. I prefer that, like talking on your own and stuff like that. To me, I find boring. Like getting a little panel together and chatting football. I enjoy it. You know, like you get certain people like say to you, you can't talk about this team because you don't watch them. Right, bro, come on, man. I enjoy football. I watch any team. Like, you watch when Super Sunday comes on, do you think Liverpool are on every week?
Do you know what I'm saying?
So I don't sit down and watch like whatever team's playing on. Like Champions League, Liverpool's not on every night. So Liverpool not playing, I watch another team. So when people say, you can't chat about my team, that's nonsense, because I sit down and watch them. Like, everyone's got their opinion on things. Like I said, I said from last year, I said Arteta should go because of the money he spent, and realistically, he should have won it last year. Like the year before, not last year, the year before, when you lot were top, and then I think Saliba got injured, didn't he? And I was saying to our mates, like, that's Arteta's fault. And like, what do you mean it's Arteta's fault? I was like, you've brought in Holding, who's nowhere near as good as Saliba. You're still playing a high line like you're playing with Saliba. Holding gets caught out and you lot are cussing him. That's the manager's fault. Surely you know this guy is not as quick as Saliba. Drop the line, change your tactics, drop the line 5 yards so he doesn't get exposed. He gets exposed and you lot start cussing him. No, don't cuss Holding, cuss Arteta.
Facts.
You get what I mean? Like things like that, like this year, for instance. Yes, you've picked up injuries, but so is Liverpool. Liverpool picked up injuries. So is every team. But the difference is Liverpool, we had players who came in and played and it didn't make a difference. So, for instance, Alisson's injured for 3 months. Kelleher had came in, we didn't miss him. In the summer, you got rid of 4 attack-minded players. Eddie Nketiah, Smith Rowe, Nelson, Vieira. How many of them replaced in the summer?
None of them, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Marino, so when all these players got injured, when Saka got injured, Odegaard got injured, where's your cover for these players?
Speak it, bro. Speak it.
That's down to Arteta. So you can blame injuries, but everyone gets injuries. But why do you have no replacements? Why not replace them, then send them out on loan or then sell them? You didn't. You got rid of them, and you're in trouble.
And we're in trouble, bro. Cook, bro. I'm glad you're saying, because this is the shit I say all the time, bro. I'll go and support them lot. Then it's like, no, like, when are we gonna address this shit, bro? Everyone in the world can see it, except for the people at this club. It's so flipping annoying.
Not even that. Look how many. Just look how many defensive players he's bought. Like this. I had an argument with my friend. It's like he wasted money this summer, and like, why did he waste money this summer? I said he's bought Calafiori to copy Arteta to have 4 centre backs. Right, you got Lewis Skelly playing left back, short. So that means that you've earmarked him during last season to say, I think this kid can play left back. So you used him in pre-season as left back when you already had Tierney, Zinni at left back, plus Tomiyasu could play there, plus Timber could play left back as well. So you've got 5 players who can play left back, and you've earmarked this young kid, say that he can play in midfield, he can play inverted midfield left back for you, but you then got out and still bought Calafiori. That's a waste of money.
This guy is
and not just that as well. You've then bought Moreno, who's not quick enough for the league, but you've got this young 18-year-old kid who's played DM and at number 8 all through the youth team, and you've gone out and bought Moreno when you've got this young kid. So you've wasted money on 2 players when you've got 1 player in the youth system who can play both positions.
Bro, it's Ronald McDonald running the club, bro. This is what I've been trying to tell people, and I get abuse on that. I get abuse just trying to talk common, logic, bro. The bad business that goes on at this club is disgusting. It really is, man. Let me just run through a couple more of these. Big up Dio. He said Gyökeres plays with 2 cans behind him, though. It's the same problem either way. Like I said, bro, Gyökeres is just always going to be the more calculated risk in it. So, but anyway, big yourself up. Why not asking who are Liverpool selling?
So, I think Elliot will go. A couple of fringe young players will go. So Tyler Morton, he will go. Owen Beck, the left back, young left back. Ian Rush's nephew, I think he is. Okay. He'll probably get sold. Who else? Jim McCass will go, I reckon. He'll get sold. Kelleher has already gone, obviously. Got 18 million for him.
He's already gone?
Yeah, Brentford, 18 million.
Oh.
That's sort of like 4D chess there, because Bayer Leverkusen signed Brentford's goalkeeper for only 9 million, isn't it? And then we sold our goalkeeper for only 18 million to them.
Right.
So it's sort of like a little bit of 4D chess there in there. So yeah, who else will probably go? Possibly Gomez or Kwanzaa. I think one of them may go. Me personally, I'd send Kwanzaa out on loan. I wouldn't sell him. So I think there's something there. I think he's still young. He's only 22. That's really young for a centre back.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
I'd send him out on loan. But yeah, I think a couple of fringe players. I think Elliott probably be one of the major ones to go because he wants first team football, and then obviously a lot of things reports today say that Leverkusen sort of want him as part of the deal.
Right.
But I think we're just going to try and sell him outright. Like we'll just like keep that separate. If you want him, you're going to have to pay the 40 million, 50 million that people are looking to pay for him.
Yeah, the business has got to be right, man. Definitely when you're spending out that kind of money as well. Dio saying Openda only got 9 goals. Why not saying Openda does have more goals this season? Not going to win it when Arteta is allowed to sell a striker that got 20 goals in League One and tell us fans that Nketiah is better than him, bruv. It's mad. It's mad. Big up, why not? He said, what stance you watch other teams? How toxic of you? LSD fan, he said, joking. Big up, why not? And make sure you guys are subscribing. I think his link is in the chat. We are going to be wrapping it up because I've literally got another show in half an hour. Big up Mike, he's saying 100 hyper protagonist, big yourself up, phrase 41 settings. Yeah, there you go, bro. Because you know why? Because I take so long to get to the chat. But when we have these one-on-ones, I want to hear from my guest, innit? Do you know what I mean? I want to hear from my guest. But big up everyone. He said, I've been saying this shit all season, Scants. I'm going mad. Yeah, it's mad. As an Arsenal fan, it's hard and it's
no, good. But that's what I'm saying. Like people like if someone says anything about Liverpool, I'll listen, innit? Because it's always good to hear a different view in it because it's your club, innit? So you don't want no one to talk bad on your club. But you have to listen to sometimes like outside noise. Like it's not no joke, innit? It's not like I've known my boys for 20 years and stuff like they play Arsenal. If I'm saying stuff to you, I ain't saying it to be bad mind or to be like trying to talk shit on you or just trying to wind you up and stuff. Like I'm telling you because I know you, innit? If you know me, you know I ain't saying it to talk shit, innit? I'm just saying it as it is, innit? Like I like football.
Yeah.
Like you get what I mean? I watch football. So I'm saying it. If I can see that, I've kicked ball with you. You know, and I know if we had a manager like doing what Arteta does, we'd tell him to fuck off. Like, nah, don't tell us that. Like, I don't understand. You train all week, bro. You train all week. Why do you then you need to tell him what to do from the first minute to the last minute? You trained all week. So what's the point of training then? There's no point training. Exactly. And one of my boys said, he does that because certain players don't know what they're doing. So why are they in the team then? If they don't know what they're doing, then why are they sitting? Why are they in the team?
It's just obvious, bro. And sometimes, like I said, when it's the outside coming in, it's not going to be sugar coated, bro. It's just going to be, the truth, innit? It's just going to be what the perception is from outside on in. But yeah, man. Like I said, I've got to round it up now. But I have had a great time, bro. It's been really good talking to you. Obviously, hearing about your Liverpool story and that. Like you said, you're going to be doing more. With Cab, what on Red Pitch? Is it going to be on your channel or is it going to be on
mainly on Cabs? But then I'll be drop some random videos now and again, like when the season's coming up with some like some transfer news and stuff like that. But I'm just working some things out at the moment.
No, it would be good, man. And like I said, man, you always got, you know what I mean? Like, always got time over this side. Is there anything that we can kind of look forward to you doing? Any first videos or back on specs?
Yeah, probably close to the season, like expectations, probably try and get dubs and preach on to Liverpool fans. So get them on and talk some stuff, see what their expectation is for the new season once like most of the signings are in. Because like obviously not all the signings are in, so it's all hearsay at the moment. So wait till the like pre-season comes and then you can say, like see what we're looking like. Because I think we'll change again. I don't think we'll have the same system this year in the league. Because if you like towards the end, a lot of people start to work things out, like doubling up on Gravenberch, so we couldn't bring it from the back. But then the last 4 games, once we won the league, everyone's like, "Oh, you lot are just on the beach, blah blah blah." But it weren't on the beach because Slot was doing some new tactics in there I didn't see before, where Gravenberch was dropping into the centre backs. He's splitting the centre backs and picking the ball off the keeper. You weren't doing that at the beginning of the season. Right. So we may have dropped off, but we didn't drop off because Slot was trying some new tactics there.
Yeah, especially with Frimpong and Kirkes, very kind of advancing fullback. So
that's what I'm saying. So how's he gonna play that now?
So stuff to look forward to, man. And big up Preach, big up Dubs. I will contact each of those guys to come and have their little time as well if they're up for it. You know, we got some other stuff. I got Hotspur Cave at literally like 7:30, and I need to try and eat something quickly. So it's been amazing, bro. Thank you for your time.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. Thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And obviously, once the summer kind of kicks on, I'm gonna work out, you know, ways that we can kind of all get together and chat, even with Preach and Dubs and Specs and everyone. You know what I'm saying? So we'll work it all out. It's been a pleasure, bro. Thank you for coming on. Make sure that you guys are subbing. The link is in the chat. The link is in the description. We are gonna get out of here, and let me see if there's anyone I can direct to real quick. But thank you so much. Let me just have a quick look, my bro, just quickly see if there's anyone I can direct to before I go and eat some food. And then we are back at 7:30 with the Hotspur K for another Under the Lens. We're going to hear his story. But yeah, no, it's been a blast, man. And like I said, it's always good to hear from a Liverpool fan. Yeah, look, we got Northside, so there's only a few people in there. We'll send you over to Northside. So when you go over there, views raid, you know how we go. Scants, big yourself up, fella, man.
Big up, bro, man.
Appreciate that, man. Always welcome over here. Big up the people in the chat. Sorry if I haven't read your comment, but I've got to get out of here. Back again at 7:30, people. Peace.